Ladies and gentlemen, we are 10 minutes late, but we are rolling up in style. How's it going,
We're not late
everyone?
because I changed the starting time to 7:50, and it's just gone 7:51.
You okay? Well, you cheated, but hey, ladies and gentlemen, we are rolling up right on time. How's it going?
Well, to everyone in the chat, I wasn't actually going to do this stream tonight because for those who aren't in the fan server or any of my servers and saw the messages, I was performing last night at the theatre on the piano, so yeah, I wasn't going to do one this morning because I'm still kind of tired from staying up. I basically started off at the theatre at around, I think it was like 9 o'clock in the morning, so I had to wake up at 7 in order to get there. Started at 9 and finished at around 9:30 at night. So I was, yeah, yesterday was very full on, and there you go.
I'm reading.
So yes, hello everyone. So that's why if I sound a bit too tired, that's why. It's not because I didn't sleep or anything. I slept very well. It's just the shock, the shock from yesterday for my first performance live, playing the piano. I mean, I've acted before in theatre, but this is my first instrument performance. So yes, how is everyone?
Confused.
Confused on what? You weren't confused when I started the stream.
No, because I was literally right before the stream started. I was rolling. I was actually reading an article while the little countdown thing was playing, and it caught me off guard because we were just talking, and I was reading the article, and then the stream started, and I was like, "Oh, gotta get my cool voice on." Hey guys.
No, I'm sorry. It turned 7:50, and then the countdown started. So
yeah, I had the lights, camera, action really fast there. But I was reading, and turns out the Dutch East Indies are no longer the Dutch East Indies, and have not been. I'm a little out of date. My apologies. The Dutch East Indies have not been the Dutch East Indies since 1949. I'm a little bit behind. Apparently, they are now a nation in Southeast. Well, they've always been a nation in Southeast Asia, but it is now called the Republic of Indonesia. So that's interesting.
yeah, Indonesia. That's what I meant, not Thailand.
Yeah, Indonesia. Interesting. I was very confused. But yeah, it appears that just that whole southeast corner of the world has inverted temperature, to the rest of the world. So Indonesia, like Malaysia, Australia, Zealandia, Thailand, I suppose. Interesting. Very interesting. Geography's fun.
Edward.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to send you a message in the Discord thing in a second.
Actually, I can't look at it.
We'll look at it after the stream.
All right. So, how's everybody doing tonight? It's very unprepared for this stream, actually. Oh wow, a lot of comments have been happening. Oh good lord. All right. Luke Production says hey, and then TWA Train says hello, and then Skyrider11 says, "Oh, there's no one here to have war with." And then Luke Production says, "You know what? You know what? Luke Production sounds like the kind of guy who would speak like this." A BZ Railways says hello. And then Skyrider11 says, "Let's go, Ben." And then Luke Production says, "I can only be here for a bit." And then Skyrider says, "There's none." Or oh wait, yeah, I forgot. He like turned into a demon last time, so there. Oh god. All right, demon voice. That was disgusting. Hello there. I'm a demon from Demonland. There's none. There's noon to have war with code. No war. Actually, you know what? BZ Railways has an American engine on the profile picture. I was not determined to not miss this stream.
I was determined to not miss it.
Oh, I was determined to not miss this stream. Sad sky noises, because he can't cause war. Noises, star. I was surprised seeing you were streaming today.
We do it every weekend again, you know, just for the root building. Because I have time now, surprisingly.
Stab shifty face. Oh no! Wait. What would normal Skyriders? What would normal Skyriders voice sound like? Yeah, well, I don't know why, but I feel like you have an Australian accent, so that's what I'm going to do.
Skyrider's from the UK, I believe.
I feel like you would have an Australian accent, so that's what I'm. You're Let's see. What part of the UK are you from? North, mid, south? He is British. He is British. Let's see. What would you sound like? Southern. So, I presume you're probably a low-class citizen. Oh my god, that sounded so much worse than it sounded in my head. I'm so sorry. I meant like, I mean, I'm a low-class citizen, so I mean, I don't really know what the economy is like over there. I mean, ever since our beloved new president took over, it's been pretty rough here. But anyways, yeah, I don't know what class of citizen you'd be. So you know what? I'm just gonna do whatever voice has the most fun right now. So bruv, yeah, bruv, like gangster
Edward,
Britain.
never do that voice ever, ever, ever again.
What, you got a problem with my voice, bruv? Eh? Eh? Like, you know, the you know the like the gangster British hood rat sounding voice. It's so unnatural because British people are supposed to be the yes, we're very high class, and if you're not high class, you will die. But you know, if you want to be high class and you're not high class, we can always colonize you and make you
That
good.
sounds like a song, like it. You know the hardcore song, like where it says if you're not hardcore or whatever. It's like that, but you said high class. If you're not high class.
Roadman.
I can see you writing a song like that, Edward.
Yeah, I would write a song about colonialism. God save the Queen. I am an absolute monarchist, and yeah, I would write a song about colonialism if I could, if I had any musical talent whatsoever.
Well, I mean, if you do write a song, I will play it for you on the piano. No, I've
What
heard
month
that
is?
enough. Let's get rid of it.
Oh, sorry. What month is it?
I thought you were going to say what month is it for you then for a second. I was going to say, hang on. It's May.
Yeah, what month is it for you? It must be like Chinese, because I know their New Year is on a different place. Or on a different place. What am I talking about? Their New Year is different. They work on a different schedule. Also, the Japanese do, I believe, as well. Freaking weird Asian countries trying to be special. So you've got a girlfriend and you think you text her too much. I mean, it's always fine to ask. I'm about to go full on Counselor Edward mode, but the most important basis for a
I mean,
strong relationship.
you're better off than me at the moment.
The most important foundation to a strong relationship is communication. So if you think you may be messaging too much or being a little bit clingy, then ask her feelings on the matter, and then go from there. Simple.
Edward's advice, proudly brought to you by the TWA 1945 Studios Trains Company.
Exactly. Communication in a relationship is key. And if you ever want, it's a very something. I like to think of dating other humans as, if you say how you say, practice for when things move up and get more serious. Because if you can't agree on or if you can't find some sort of communication on basic things, like if you're being annoying by speaking to each other too often, then how are you ever going to communicate when it comes to things like raising a child, or deciding who's going to wash the dishes or the food, or prepare food, or you get the idea. And then if doesn't work out well, then this should be, if you can't communicate, then it should always be a sign that things are going badly.
A lot of messages from Skyrider have just come through.
Okay, maybe you do message a little too much. I can't messing with this. Cause she doesn't get my messages and never responds. Okay, that's kind of annoying. I also get to sit by her in class.
Skyrider's the only one watching the stream according to YouTube.
What?
Skyrider's the only one watching the stream according to YouTube.
This really is Edward's relationship counseling then. Hey, it's not like I've got anything better to do with my life.
I like how green these look from this side, but then you flip around to this side, it's just all dark and sad.
Sorry, what? I was.
So these bushes over here by the wall to the parking lot, they're all nice and alive and bright green on this side, and then they're all dead and brownish dark green on this side.
Oh, I love dead things.
So it's kind of like an outer thing, like they're pretending that they're alive, but really. Anyway, into the parking lot. I'm quite happy with what I've got so far, though.
It just occurred to me that I didn't actually get anything to eat before the stream started.
I need to drink my cup of tea before it goes cold. We don't want a repeat of last stream.
What do you mean?
Where I made a massive cup of tea and then it went cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want a repeat of that. Okay,
so,
I've got a
I'm
question
so
for.
sorry. The Australian anthem just got stuck in my head.
Well, I've heard 5 different variations of it, and they've changed the lyrics, and it's just why? It took me that long to learn it, and now you change the lyrics.
I actually made custom lyrics for it one time.
The thing is, to get your citizenship in Australia, you have to learn the anthem off by heart and recite it one by one in front of many, many people,
Wait, for real?
including like the Minister of Migration or something like that.
I'll be honest, that actually sounds like a really good way to, test. Like, I like that, actually.
Well, no, it's clever, but it's just weird.
Like, oh man, wouldn't it be so cool if I went to go get my British citizenship and the Queen was like, straight up, the Queen herself was like, sing the national anthem. Sorry, Queenie, that was a really rubbish impression. Hold up. Oh, I should probably go look at the Christmas message.
That was
from
like a
2010.
Hercules, if Hercules was the Queen kind of voice.
Well, of course I would do her that way because the Queen is God in my eyes.
Is Miss
It is with
Kindly's house
great
on
pleasure.
the Ellsridge side of the Hackenbeck Tunnel or the Hackenbeck side of the Hackenbeck Tunnel?
The Ellsbridge side.
Right.
Wait, let me go check right now.
Okay.
I just
Anyway,
so
so the
be
question
on the IoS
whoever,
route at the perfect moment, by the way.
huh?
I said that was really well timed. I just so happened to be on the IoS route.
Which one?
The Kelsthorpe extension.
Oh, the TV series. Freelance thing.
That's quite accurate. Trying to find it.
I might actually extend the Kelsthorpe extension one day. You know, like that plan that we had.
Yes, I've been thinking about working on it, but I've never regained the motivation. But we really should do
If
that.
you want to do the Little Western, I'll do the Peel Godred. I want to have another shot at Caldy Fell.
Yeah, doing that would be pretty cool because it would be like, I mean, we couldn't release it obviously, but like it'd just be cool to have because that's cool.
Mm. You know, that should be the next project. After I need a break from this and after Norland is released, then I'll do that with you.
The iOS extension.
That can be a thing that we can do on stream. The iOS extension. Part 1, extending the extension.
Part 2, extending the extension that we already extended.
And then just to break up part of where you can be detailing the extension of the extension that we extended.
Okay, there's a bit of an issue. I'm looking and there are quite a few cottages near the tunnel. And Mrs. Kindly, where are you?
It's the one closest to the tunnel entrance. Remember?
I've got my grandchildren because I've got my children because I know you like children. Oh, sorry, wait. That's how I lure Trevor. It is on the Farquhar side of the tunnel. It's the one closest to it's on the north end of the tunnel.
I thought so. All right, thank you for checking that. I will find the tunnel exit and put Miss Kindly's cottage over here.
Okay, I know why I couldn't find it because I don't have the Mrs. Kindly's cottage asset, so it's literally just a field with a fence around it.
There we go. This will remind me that it needs to go over here. Thank you for that.
Welcome.
You know, what if we had just one platform like this with the platform curve and then the platform end?
Oh, I should probably keep a better monitor on chat.
Just straight away like that. That's all there is to the platform. This looks more like, you know, Railway Series Marron Station, how it's like kind of on a curve. Or no, not Marron, Kelsthorpe Road. Railway Series Kelsthorpe Road is kind of on a curve. It's like that.
When I was a kid, actually, you know what? I won't lie. I can't lie. It was only until a couple months ago that I learned Kelsthorpe Road. For my entire life, I always thought it was Kelsthrope.
Kelstrope Road. Good job.
Yep, I thought it was Kelsthrope. And I never knew that there was a road at the end. I always thought it was just Kelsthrope.
Well, that's because in the TV series there's apparently Kelstrope. Well, got me saying it now. There was apparently Kelstorp and Kelstorp Road. So, but
like,
in the
there's
railway
a
series,
TH. That's obviously a thrope. Thrope.
and so in the railway series, there's just Kelstorp Road, but in the TV series there's Kelstorp and Kelstorp Road apparently.
What? You know, sometimes I'll look
Because
at something.
Kelstorp is closer to Marin, and then Kelstorp Road is closer to Kildane and Crovan's Gate.
You know, some days I'll
So-
just be looking at something that the TV series has done that makes no sense, and I'll just think, I'll just turn to the writers, which I like to envision are in my room, just, staring at me while I'm looking over it, like the writers of the show. And then I'm just like, how much weed were you on when you wrote this? Like, seriously, how many grams of cocaine? How many pounds of weed or whatever? Like, what illegal substances and how many and how many, how much, and how long were you on these illegal substances when you made this? Because this is unacceptable quality. Exactly, unacceptable levels of quality, and by that I mean there are no, like, we can't even quantify the level of quality because there is none.
All right. Well, while we're over here at this section of the line, you know how there was a the old Tidmouth, Knapford and Ellsbridge line went around this hill here instead of through it, in a way.
Yeah.
Well, going off straight ahead, the SI 3D map had just this little bit of stuff here, and so I decided to continue it on beyond it because they did have all this track going along here. I fixed up the fences a bit more, and then they stopped the track about there. But then on this side, I kept it going, running around here, had it cross over the road again, and then come on down here, wrap itself around here, and this is the new bit that I built. Go straight through here. It's very hard to see because, it's buried. And then, there's just tracks still embedded in the ground. And then the final bit comes out here and wraps around to where it would connect up normally here. Before all of this was built, because, Tidmouth would have been only a smaller, like 3-platform station back in the day. Not 3-platform, 2-platform, 3-track station back in the day. And so,
Yeah.
They wouldn't need any of this here. It would just go to 2 tracks here and then pull itself off around here and around the mountain, where it went back into 2 or 3 tracks for the this whole section. And then this was before Knapford Junction, as we know it here, came along. So the track just curved round, kept going, and then went across the bridge and then around into what at that time was Knapford Junction. And when I do an earlier version of the route, I'm definitely going to make this look alive and just get rid of the current one.
My soul and will to live used to be alive. Segway.
Huh?
I said segue.
Okay.
I actually said segue to without being no idea what I wanted to segue to, so I'm leaving it up to you.
Okay. We have Harry Potter's Ford. Well, no, not Harry Potter's. We have got Ron Weasley, the Weasley family's Ford Angela over here. with the correct license plate too. This is actually an older model. I have a newer model of this car now, I believe. Actually, no, this might be a... Never mind. But let's make it float.
I'm gonna come right out and say it as somebody who knows barely anything about Potter the Hairy. It's overrated.
You're a Harry Potter. I'm a what? You're a Potter Harry.
You're a Potter Harry.
I'm a what? You're a Potter Harry wizard.
Also, what bumbling fool names their kid Harry Potter? No, like Harry. Because if you have a last name and it's like I'm gonna like Harry is normally in most cases short for something like Harvey or Harold, you know. And if you're going to say the name, so when you say the nickname Harry, it only works if you don't say the last name. Because if you say Harry Potter, you just think of a Potter who has a lot of hair, like is very hairy. So you never say the last name if you say the first name Harry. And I'm assuming that I know that his first name probably is just Harry, which is really stupid. Good job, J.K. Rowling, whatever your freaking name is. But yeah,
Good
that
job.
was just.
You mean good job, James and Lily Potter, in the context of the universe.
Oh yeah, that's his mother in it.
Yeah, James and Lily.
Apparently, bad names run in the family.
They got murdered in 1981, so you know. They didn't even get to see the TV series Thomas come out on telly.
Seriously, what is up with people and being murdered in the 80s? Have you noticed how many horror movies and just murders are set in the 80s? Have you noticed that?
No, I don't watch a lot of TV apart from Doctor Who.
Alright, fair enough. But let's see, some iterations of Spider-Man's parents, some iterations of Spider-Man, Uncle Ben was murdered in the 80s. Just so much stuff. It's like, bruh, who made this? Like, why is this such a trend? The Five Nights at Freddy's series, so many characters die in the 80s. Like, what? What is, and not to mention, I don't know if you Brits have heard about this, but there was a murderer on the loose throughout most of the 1980s called the Zodiac Killer. They never caught him, but yeah, he murdered quite a few people throughout the 1980s. So,
and that's where we'll stop because I didn't intend for this conversation to go this way. We were talking about Harry Potter.
Wait, yeah, how did this happen? Oh, wait, yeah, you mentioned his parents got murdered. But, yeah, that's really bad names. Like, I just pray for this poor child that his name is a nickname for Harold Potter. But, and if you are going to say his first and last name together, just don't use the nickname Harry Potter. Like, what? No, stop it. That's not allowed.
Well, all the teachers call him Potter, apart from like Dumbledore and some of the others.
I mean, I thought most. I mean, do your teachers not refer to you by last name?
No.
Oh, most of the teachers in my school referred to everybody by last name, except for me because I have a 26-letter last name. That's a lie, but it actually is like over 15 characters.
You just need to say to them, call you Bartholomew Smith.
One of my teachers, which is really, really annoying. They call me. Can't remember which teacher, but she calls me Eddie.
Right.
And I don't know, I just find it quite annoying. She asked me, like, when I told her my name at the beginning of the year, she was like, "Oh, can I call you something else?" And I was like, "Okay, what you got against Edward, bitch? Why you gotta be so rude?"
You're just like, what's your name? Edward. Can I call you something else? No.
Yeah,
Well,
it's like
he's
that. What a way to greet someone, jerk. But yeah, and I was literally typing to her because over the internet's cool, and she just said, "You know what? I'll call you Eddie." And then I have never had the courage to tell her that I have an issue with it throughout the rest of the year because I don't want to anger her because she's how do you put it? She's a very short-tempered, snappy kind of lady. She's very snippy, and I don't like her. But still, it annoys me. Very, very annoying. Apparently, Skyrider has derailed.
Meanwhile, we've been talking about Harry Potter. Skyrider's just casually been derailing around the yard.
He says, oh, never mind. He hasn't derailed. He's broken down in Tidmouth Station. Skyrider is dead. Send for the breakdown train. Take your time. It's like, send for the breakdown train quickly. The breakdown train. Take your time. Could you imagine if that was in Mortal Terror? Help! Help! We need the fire brigade. It's like, all right, I'll send for them, ma'am. Fire brigade, quickly! Or fire brigade, we need your help! We need your help! Take your time, guys. Only about 35 people are about to be engulfed in flames, so there's no rush. I was always thinking about I've been thinking about that for quite a while now. What if things that should be very not okay, people reacted to was just totally fine? Basically, people's reactions were flipped. Say like, "Oh, I'm gonna rob you." Oh, that's cool. Or, oh, okay. And it's like, "Hello, my dear. I've come to bring you flowers." Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm calling the police! I'm calling the police! Like, the opposite reactions of what you should have. Like,
yeah.
Or it's like, "Yeah, you're gonna get robbed. Give me all your money." Oh, that's so sweet of you.
Edward, I've just realized the live stream has one dislike. Somebody disliked the live stream.
That hurt me in the I don't care area. That hurt me in the that hurt me straight in the I don't care organ. The live stream is bad, huh? I'm looking for where I asked your opinion.
Whoever disliked the stream won't get a free copy of Norland.
Oh,
Imagine if
oh my god, that's genius. Riley, that's genius. He said that would probably take place on opposite day. We need to do that on opposite day. Like when the official opposite day rolls around, it needs to happen. Everybody just react with the completely incorrect reaction to anything. And everything.
But what if you are actually getting robbed? Do you just confuse the robber or...
Yeah, thanks, dude. Yeah, give me all your money. This is a stick up. Oh, dude, thanks. I've been waiting for this for like 2 years. You step on it. You step on a nail and it punctures straight through your foot. It's like, oh man, oh wow, that felt real. That was great. Oh yeah, I need that again. That was great.
Your leg gets decapitated and you're just like, oh, cool.
What? Your leg gets decapitated. So your leg had a head. I believe the correct word is amputated forcefully or dismembered.
Well, yeah.
Well, no, just
Edward,
dismemberment
I'm
is when
tired.
they cut
I
off
know
all
the
your
correct
limbs.
terminology. I'm just too tired to think properly.
Too tired. It's like 8 in the morning.
Oh, yes, it's past 8 o'clock in the morning. But remember, I had that whole performance and the rehearsals and all that yesterday. So,
Fair enough. Fair enough.
and all of the revision and practice I had to do. Anyway, what I meant to get on for a poll today is, and I'll just type it out because then it will stay up on there.
Oh, that was really funny. Riley said, "Damn, Edward's ego
Yeah, I know,
been
it's
bruised.
really.
Can we get 100 likes?" Pin that. That's amazing.
I don't think. Can you pin live comment?
Or the one where you put it on the screen or whatever. Wait, can you pin live comments? Like actually pinning? Like
Pin messages. Yes, you can pin messages in the live chat now. There we go. It's up on the top now.
I really should not be yawning. It is only 6 o'clock.
And you're telling me I'm tired. Anyway,
Hey, to be fair, it is more acceptable for me to be tired than you based on, aside from the rehearsals and stuff. Based on the time, it's
and the
9
whole live
a.m. for you
yeah.
and 6 p.m. for me. So, I mean, granted, it is pretty unacceptable for both of us to be tired. It's a long way to Tipperary. It's a long way to go. It's a long way to Tipperary, to the sweetest girl I know. Goodbye, Piccadilly.
Okay, hang on a second.
Farewell,
Let's put
Leicester
that.
Square. It's a long, long way to Tipperary, but my heart's right there.
There we go. There's the poll. It's on the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, hurrah! I got pinned. Is that song copyright? I don't know if I'm allowed to sing that actually. Is a long way to Tipperary copyrighted? Because you would think it's public domain.
I don't know.
It's a World War I song.
And my tea's gone cold. I've not even finished it. No. I had about half the mug and now it's gone cold.
Rip tea.
I mean, I did make it half an hour and, 40 minutes ago now. So.
Oh my god, the stream's already been going on for 30 minutes. It really did not feel like 30 minutes.
39 minutes now.
Nearly 40. Wow. Alright, we're off for a, what's the word? A stream that is longer than it feels.
Depends on what you want done first. I mean, I don't know if I'll ever release this. I might, but I don't know. This is why I'm asking, just in case I do release it. What would you like to see me build first? Because I don't care what gets done first. I just want to provide entertainment.
My heart just experienced an extreme amount of physical pain.
What now?
I have no idea. My heart, like, as an organ. I'll probably be fine. Beat my chest a little bit, restart that heart, and good to go.
Okay, Skyrider says Crosby. So that's one vote.
Vickerstown.
I'll put in another put another poll in the TWA trains thing.
Thing. Oh, okay. Thumping my chest did not help. It actually made it worse. Good to know. If I die, God save the Queen and screw California. I say doing Crosby first, as it would be easiest to build a station town and whatnot, then do the Farquhar branch. Yeah, Crosby seems like the what everybody's saying at the moment, and it does seem like the best bet for ease of access or
I won't
ease
even
of
put
completion.
a vote in TWA trains then.
Hmm?
I probably, yeah, I won't put the vote in TWA trains. Then we'll keep this to the people who actually care about coming to the live streams. They get to pick. We have 8 likes and 1 dislike, meaning we have technically 7 likes in a way.
Yeah, I like to think that likes and dislikes on a video cancel each other out.
So it's like if you got 8 dislikes and 8 likes, then you've got none at all.
Exactly. Man, I just missed an opportunity to spice up my sentence. That's something that I really enjoy doing. Is like instead of saying like, "Oh, I went to the park and I had a good fun, and I had a lot of fun." You could say, this is an over exaggerated example, but you can spice up the sentence by saying, I edited my position to the park and I had an enjoyable experience, and I, indulged in an enjoyable experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like you don't even really need to. It's just fun to spice up sentences. I enjoy doing that. See, a way I could have sparked that up was, I take, I find enjoyment in, I find enjoyment in that,
Yeah.
Just itty bitty weedy differences that just make the sentences more fun to say.
Oh yeah, I forgot to say this when the stream started. Today, today will probably be the last time we ever see that countdown thing on any of the Railway Series iOS building streams, because I'm going to be making a custom intro countdown thing for the Railway Series iOS streams.
I just discovered something just really unsettling.
Right.
The graves in trains, like the little graves in the trains ones that people put in cemeteries, actually have obituaries on them. Like they have obituaries.
Right.
Or I don't think they have obituaries, what they're called in they have little RIPs with names on them and stuff. And it's like, oh, that's a little weird.
Okay. Oh, blank. All right. So I know I just did a poll on where should I build next, But we've not finished Tidmouth yet. So what should I put along there and here that isn't houses? Because we've already got many houses here. And I will be putting some on this side, and obviously, there would be more over there. So what would
Residential
everyone...
areas.
Hmm?
Residential areas, because fun fact, being in a house is marginally better than being outside.
But I just said... What did I just say? I just said no more houses.
Residential areas, marginally worse than being outside.
The residential area contains houses.
Houses, marginally better than being outside.
I said other than houses, what else should I build here?
A shop.
Okay. What kind of shop?
I don't know if you want me to answer that question. Well,
Okay, I've kind of got a guess.
All right, go ahead.
Well, no, I'm not going to say.
All right.
What about Wallace's gun shop? Wallace's gunsmiths.
What?
You can imagine Wallace and Gromit just opening up a gun shop.
What?
And Wallace just says, "Oh, pass me that shotgun, lad."
Gromit, what did I tell you about shooting people with shotguns? You're better than this, lad. And then Gromit just looks angrily.
We'll put some DS shops down, because I know that they're very, very high quality. To a point, at least. If I can find them.
I used to be high quality.
Oh, Royal Sweets.
Royal. That means it must be good. Because that means it's sponsored by the Queen, I think. And anything the Queen believes in is good. I think. Actually, you know what? No. I'm not, and I think on that one. I know. God save the Queen. God save the Queen. Long live the Queen. All hail the Queen. And if you don't hail the Queen, we're going to have problems.
I like how this says shop Hamburger Station. Welcome to Hamburger Station. It sounds like something you'd hear in Germany. Welcome to Hamburger.
Yeah, I like eating that stuff. That's a lie. I've actually only had I can count on my fingers how many burgers that I've had in my life. I know, bad American, whatever. Then again, it's not like I ever really cared about being a good one anyway. I am an accepted member of a much better country. A great country, if you will. So I learned something the other day.
Right.
The pound is more valuable than the dollar. And I know this is going to sound like a really stupid thing, but for my entire existence, it's not like anybody's ever lied to me about it. Like they said, oh, the dollar is the most valuable currency in the world. And maybe this is just, the fact that I live in a, pretty arrogant American area, but it probably isn't. I just thought, well, America is the richest country in the world, technically, or at least, when it doesn't come to paying off debts. And So I don't know. For some reason, I just thought, well, if we're the richest nation in the world, then our currency is probably worth a lot. That's a reasonable thinking, right?
Jenny says, royal approved pastries and candies. And then also says, lol, Americans fat. And then Steam on Sodor says, ooh, I'm vegetarian.
I really hope you're not vegetarian because I know where you live, and I will force feed you bacon.
I don't like bacon either.
All right, what's wrong with you?
Britain good is Edward in a nutshell.
Well, I actually know where you live, so I will find you, and you will eat bacon, and you're gonna like it this time.
Wallace's new business, a gun store. Yeah. We need to think up some like inventive title if they ever did a film like that. Because you know how they've got like a
They're
matter
puns.
of
They're always wordplay.
Yeah.
What was the one about
Apart from a
cheese?
grand day out.
Wait, no, there wasn't one about cheese. It was about bread, loaf and death. Yeah, a matter of loaf and death, wasn't it?
That's what I just said.
Yeah. Oh, if we want to do some more bread ones, guns and buns. I don't know. Buns and guns. That sounds.
Wallace and Gromit return this summer in a brand new breadery special.
You know what that sounds like? I could so see that being a thing in the United States of fellow Americans, or I guess in my case, foreign Americans. As I speak as a former American, with a little bit of experience in American culture. You know how in America, like well, I guess I really don't have to say this. I'm speaking to Americans. So you know how you'll just out of nowhere find a
your own country.
Yeah. You know how you'll just randomly find one of those restaurants like, come here and eat food, but with a catch. Like, for example, I remember this one where it was like, eat food with a catch, but there was I can't remember really what it was, but I just referred to it as the peanut place when I was a kid, because in the reception area they have, I'm not even kidding, barrels of peanuts, and I loved it because I really like peanuts. But anyways, it had like a twist, and it's like, there's those shops where it's like, come eat, but it's a twist, and you cook your own food with, like with the open flames on the tables. Like there are places where you go eat, and then you just get there's a gimmick. There's a gimmick.
It's essentially the twist that makes it unique.
Exactly. I could totally see Guns and Buns being one of those restaurants, with a catch being, you get your food, but I don't know, you have to shoot the waitresses or something. I don't know. Something that involves guns. Or I know what it is.
I don't think you'll have many employees at that shop, Edward.
The burgers are fired into the mouths of the customers with a bun cannon. Guns and Buns. But seriously, guys, you could totally see Guns and Buns.
Capitalize on it now.
Huh?
I said capitalize on it now before it's too late.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna open that. Guns and Buns. Come to the restaurant where I can combine both of them. The waitresses will shoot the
the customers.
The waitresses will shoot the customers. Thanks for the $5. Bang.
Oh my god, I can see like somebody doing that.
$50 tip. Gee, thank you, sir. Bang. Oh, that's the catch.
No,
We cook the best food on earth.
I think Tidmouth deserves an Asda. Wherever that sign went, there it is. I think Tidmouth
You know what?
deserves.
That's what it is.
I'm gonna build an
We
Asda
sell you.
eventually.
We sell the best food on earth, but we exchange it for in exchange.
We exchange it for
God.
your life.
Yeah, you exchange it for your life. And then how do we make money off of this transaction without any monetary gain? Well, we take some of your food, your body, and we sell it to, like, on the black market.
My God, Edward.
And then the other part, you were probably wondering, well, if we just sell
See,
all of it on the market.
this everybody is a good lesson. Never give Edward good ideas.
See, the
He will
stuff we
turn
put
it
on the
into a
market,
really dark thing.
all that money goes to the employees and paying everybody. So where does the food come from? See, that's where the other part of your body comes in.
Oh no, Edward.
The best food on earth. We just take some of those vital organs,
Edward.
mince them up, put it on a pie.
I need to read the comments and see what everyone's saying.
Come on, guys, you want to come to my shop. Everybody does.
Okay, good luck with that. I must start a new revolution. I've done it 50,000 times before, don't worry. Anyway, there is a restaurant called Shaken Steaks. I wouldn't be surprised if there'll be a Guns and Buns in the future. Can you let me into the gun shop? My head's run out of bullets and starting another revolution. No.
You're a house witzer, bro. Just a hunch, but I believe they don't sell 1 foot diameter rounds. Housewitzers are a type of railway gun. Also, where do you get off using German railway artillery, huh? Yeah, that's right. I know my guns. I'm a Texan. I'm Texan born. I know my weapons.
You can't hide from Constable Edward Bartholomew.
Exactly. Nobody can. I've got the skills, man. But I'll be dead honest with you I'll come clean. As somebody who loves Britain and all of that stuff, I love Britain. I agree with all the laws and stuff. I'm not as gun crazy as other Americans, but I'm going to be honest. I do kind of enjoy guns. I probably enjoy guns more.
It's
than
the American raising.
I enjoy guns probably more
They've
than the
changed
average.
you anyway.
I enjoy guns more than the average British person, but not as much as the average American person. You know what I mean?
So you're like a mix between the two.
Exactly. When it comes to gun enjoyment, like, I wouldn't shoot one like every single day if I could, but once in a while, going to the shooting range, testing my aim, going hunting is really fun. I love hunting. But I don't really enjoy hunting just for the fact that I get to use my gun. I enjoy hunting because, well, one, it's a fun sport, and two, is there something satisfying while you're eating just to know it's like, oh yeah, I did this. This was my work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess that
Right, here we
really
go. Here's the next street. It looks, funnily enough, like a Lego road, almost.
Get my camera back up. I wouldn't call myself gun crazy, but I like guns. They're cool. And I certainly find them very interesting, especially when... Oh. Wait,
So,
for what? What did I do? Oh, I think I'm in trouble.
And then Skyrider says, Ben, I'm at the bridge where my shed used to be. I've never went hunting
You
for.
should try it. There's some great...
Mainly because I'd be too scared to hold one in my hand.
Fair enough. I mean, I can't hold guns very well. I have to fire my weapon on a stand thingy, a prop. What's the word? Whatever. You get what I mean. Yeah, something very similar to that. It's not like they're bags though. They're like these black heavy bags that I rest the barrel on. That's something that I've never understood. A fear of guns. Now, maybe if you're like, I mean, obviously everybody's scared of guns, but you should never be scared of a gun unless that barrel is pointing at you.
I think I just made it a whole lot darker doing that.
But when you're holding a gun, if anything, when you're holding a gun and you are in control of it, you should feel safe. Because that means, if anybody comes at you, you can, stop them from coming at you in their tracks, if you know what I'm saying. Or I guess make those tracks the last tracks they'll ever trek. But yeah, I find comfort in that fact. Granted, I'm not even strong enough to hold a pistol. So what am I? What do I? I actually figured out that rifles are not illegal in the United Kingdom. I thought it was the opposite of what it is. I thought they would only allow small guns and not the bigger guns, right?
Right.
That's just what I thought, because bigger guns are traditionally more powerful than little ones. But pistols are banned in the United Kingdom. Handguns are banned. Rifles, totally allowed. In fact, all of my fellow gun people who are knowledgeable in weapons, an Uzi, you can own an Uzi in the United Kingdom if it meets certain if it meets certain criteria, like the diameter of the rounds that it shoots and the amount of rounds in the magazine. Very interesting, but an Uzi is technically legal in the United Kingdom. Very strange. But they don't allow the tiny guns because they can be concealed easier.
Oh yeah, okay.
Like I never thought about that. Like if you walk into a store or something with a tiny little handgun in your pocket, they'd never know. Now if you walk in with a humongous assault rifle, good luck keeping that one conspicuous. Sorry, officer. I just have a suspiciously assault rifle shaped skin growth on my back. I guess you sent that before, but yeah, Riley, they outlawed them because they're easier to conceal than big guns. I honestly thought it would be the other way around because rifles and that stuff have more power, but apparently it's about the hiddenness, which I never really thought of, but makes a lot of sense actually.
It makes a lot of sense, but it's still dangerous. It makes a lot of sense, but it's still dangerous.
I mean, yeah, but I agree. I don't necessarily 100% agree with gun control. I certainly agree with it to a degree in the United States. No, I'm not anti-gun or anything, of course. I'm a conservative. But I do have to say, with a nation as obsessed with guns as the United States is, I believe it's necessary to take a few precautions. Like, for example, of course, if you eat, you're allowed to eat candy and stuff, but if you eat way too much candy, your parents are going to start limiting the amount of candy you can eat. You know, if you don't really like candy very much and you only eat it occasionally, your parents probably wouldn't care. You know? Britain is child number 2 and America is number 1 in this situation. The parents are the governments of each nation, and then the candy, well, firearms. But, yeah. But, sorry, I was just reading the live chat. Interesting. But, I could not believe what I read when I found out that Uzis technically, like, granted, it's a very nerfed version of Uzis, but like they're legal. It's like, what? I'm impressed. And I've noticed America, when it comes to their gun specifications and what's allowed and what's not, the quite frankly, what a lot of
Edward,
it
you've
is
been
BS.
talking for a solid 40 minutes about weapons.
I like weapons, okay?
I know you do. I'm just saying you've been talking for a whole
Granted,
40 minutes.
I will say that I'm not very incredibly well versed in modern weapons. I'm much better at older guns. Like, for example, as you know, I specify in history, and I just think it is very cool. Like, when you think about history, you think about all this stuff. There's a bunch of different levels of history you could think about. You can think of history from, like, the bigger perspective, like, oh, Germany attacked this guy, and then everyone was like, whoa, and then move on to the next event. And then you can look at it from the perspective of the people on the ground. Like, I lunged at the dude during the German attack on that one guy, the perspective of the soldiers. And then you can look at it from the technical perspective. And I think it's important to look at them in all three to get a full picture of the situation. And that includes the type of technology that they were working with. For example, frontal assault cavalry charges were very, very effective, even with the old 1700s flintlock rifles, because they took so dang long to reload. And there was a good chance that they wouldn't aim correctly, and this is even assuming that you were able to hit your target. So the cavalry was able to do much more. Arguably, the last successful cavalry charge that was able to successfully change the tide of a war was in the Franco-Prussian War, when the Prussians charged at the French through some cannon smoke. And even then, that was only about 1,000 meters. So that was a relatively close-up cavalry charge. And that is the last meaningful cavalry charge in modern military history, because modern rifles can just reload so fast that you can pick off the cavalry as they come closer and closer. Even then, that cavalry charge had about 800 horsemen on it. They only 400, I believe only 460 of them came back. That is not good odds for a cavalry charge. Especially considering cavalry charges are supposed to be incredibly effective, for minimal resources and men. So the success of granted, it did change the tide of the battle and allowed the Prussians to walk away victorious, but it's still arguable whether, it was worth it. Not in the terms of winning, because of course they it was worth it because they won. But when it comes to the aspect ratio of, the difficulty of executing the attack versus reaping the rewards, looking at it from a mathematical perspective, basically, the odds were not very good, and it did not have a crazy effect. Or at least, certainly not an effect to the degree that previous cavalry charges throughout history have.
All right, I'm going to get you to stop there. You can save that whole hour discussion for the History Channel. Remember, you're wasting good content.
I am wasting good time. I expect the clickbait title now. Maybe clickbait. The last, I don't know, the last stand of the cavalry charge. I bet everybody would like that episode. Cavalry charge.
I just discovered the old grass that I used on the SSOC IoS. This is the spline grass that I used on the Railway Series IoS, and it looks horrible compared to the good old, well, I say good old, the more recent one that I picked up, the BMBY grass. See?
You should slap the old one down just for old time's sake in a very small patch.
But you see, this looks a lot better, especially when you stack it up a bit more like that.
Oh, yeah.
It looks a lot better than this stacked up.
That looks like, the stuff on the right looks like grass, the stuff on the left looks like a swamp.
See what I mean? It just still doesn't help. It looks okay from the ground, but from above, it's just, yeah. I always go with the BMBY grass now. And so if I ever redo the SSOC IoS one day, I'm definitely going to replace all the grass.
Yeah. I was thinking this morning. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, I'm just talking to myself. You can carry on talking.
I was thinking this morning, I just woke up and I thought, like, man, I really love the Queen.
You do that every morning.
Yeah, but like today was different. It's like, man, the Queen is so awesome. Then I saw a post about Prince Harry and stuff, and then I got really mad because I hate that guy. Well, you know it's always bad when you see a white van parked in front of a candy store.
What? This isn't a white van. This is like a family 4x4 off-roader.
Oh. From the front, that looked like a van.
Well, I can see what you mean.
White vehicles with a trunk parked in front of a candy store is never a good sign. In my experience. Not that I've ever been kidnapped. Not that I've ever enjoyed candy. When did Margaret Thatcher die? When did... What the frick? Why is the immediate thing, after I type in when did in Google, the search fills are when did slavery end? When did slavery end Texas? When did World War II end? When did Michael Jackson die? When did the Titanic sink? When did COVID-19 start? I think that one's kind of self-explanatory. When did World War II start? When did the Great Depression start? When did Pop Smoke die? And when did the Cold War die? Interesting. Yeah. Sees white van, says free candy on the side. Seems legit. And you know what? I've decided Oh, Ben will be back shortly. I've decided I'm gonna answer these questions. When did slavery end? At the end of the Civil War. When did slavery end Texas? Same answer as stated above. When did World War II end? 1945. When did Michael Jackson die? Who is that? I actually don't know. When did the Titanic sink? 1912. When did COVID-19 start? 2019. When did World War II start? 1939. Although some people arguably say that, the real beginning of World War II was 1936. Or, sorry, 1938, sorry. When did World War II, or when did the Great Depression start? 1929. When did Pop Smoke die? I have no idea what that is. And then when did the Cold War start? The date is disputable, but the exact date when the Cold War began is disputable. But some and historians have argued about it for a very long time. But I like to place it 1945 or 1946. Yes, April 11th, 1912. When did Margaret Princess Margaret die? What? Oh, oh, oh. When did Margaret Thatcher die? She died in 2013. Oh, what a shame. And she died of a stroke? She was such a good prime minister. Good woman, too. That's a shame. I knew she died, but I didn't know it was 2013. That sucks. Really? Princess Margaret died due to drowning? Princess Margaret. I knew Queen Elizabeth. I knew if there have been 3 Queen Elizabeths in grand total. Queen Elizabeth I, Queen Elizabeth II, and then, well, technically, Queen in order, it was Queen Elizabeth I, Queen Elizabeth, who technically didn't get a number because she was the wife of King George VI. But, she spent much of her childhood with her parents as her life changed dramatically at age 6 when her maternal uncle abdicated. Ugh. Screw you, King Edward VIII. No one loves you, and I hope you died a horrible death. Abdicated to marry, divorced while a son. Margaret's father became king, and her sister became Subsequently, Margaret second in line to the throne during the Second World War. The two sisters stayed in Windsor Castle despite suggestions to evacuate them to Canada. That probably would have been may have been a good idea, actually. And during the war years, Margaret was considered too young to perform any official duties, and instead continued her education. After the war, she fell in love with the group captain Peter Townsend in 1952. Her father died. Sister became queen, and Townsend divorced his wife, Rosemary. That's a little sketchy. I hate Henry VIII, King Edward VIII, and Prince Harry. The worst people on earth. Well, honestly, King Henry VIII was mixed. Because he did some bad stuff, but he did revolutionize Britain. And he gave you guys the Church of England, which is, whether you say his, his why he did it, the reason may have landed, as oversimplified said, in his pants. Regardless, he did still give you the Church of England and gave you and basically was responsible for Euroscepticism. And without that, you would still be in that godforsaken union. So I think it's worth giving him a little credit.
All right, I'm back.
And your education. Just reading some stuff. Host Margaret earlier the following year, married the Church of England.
I just realised this is set in the 1970s and I'm putting modern cars here. I keep thinking I'm in Norway. There we go. I'll put a Ford Transit down. Classic Ford Transit. You might recognise this, Edward.
Oh, I was just looking at something. Her health gradually deteriorated. Hold on, I'm just reading something.
Okay.
She had 3 strokes between 1998 and 2001, and died after a 4th. Wow. Damn. All right. Sorry. Go ahead.
I said, do you recognise this white vehicle here?
Should I?
Yeah. If you want me to give you a hint, let me know.
Hint me.
You get it? That's the theme of the person who drives it.
My mind's blank. Why is it blank? That tune is so familiar. Why don't I know?
Otherwise, the music goes bow, 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 like that, like in a classic kind of style.
Yeah, that's
most commonly heard to the sound of engine revving.
Engine revving. Well, it's a van. I would hope so.
No, it's a minibus.
Why am I blanking?
Come on, Edward.
Hey man, it's been a long day, okay?
Understandable. Also, Edward, you talked about having a van out the front of this. It's not out the front, it's out the back.
Oh, no! The back is even open. Where's the back? Oh god. Wait, do you have that Sodor's People Pack installed? The one with all the people? I was about to say you should have one of the adults talking to the children outside the van. Oh god. Oh.
Unfortunately, the Ford, whatever this thing is, the Ford Escort or whatever this happens to be. Oh wait, no, it's a Volkswagen Transporter. It's not from this time period, so it won't go there. But anyway.
Well.
You still haven't gotten it yet. Edward.
I'm thinking.
Okay. Tell me if you get it. Good morning, my lovelies. Shall we go off to the blueberry fields today?
That's the Fireman Sam character in it. The music style reminds me of him.
I gave you a hint with the vehicle, so
it just occurred to me that Postman Pat and Fireman Sam could be set in the same universe very easily.
The same universe, but just different towns. They've never met.
Yeah. That'd be kind of cool.
Mm. Still not got it yet, Edwin? Still not got it yet?
Wait a minute.
Come on, you got the vehicle, the theme, and the show.
It's fucking Trevor's van, isn't it?
Trevor's bus, but yes, there you go. It took you long enough.
Wait, there's no green stripes.
It's the same type of vehicle, though.
True.
It's just the older version.
I blanked on that. And Trevor's like the best character.
Yes, he was the first character we ever got introduced to anyway, so, you know. It's funny to think that in a show where, you know, it's about a firefighter called Sam, the first character we meet isn't even the titular character. It's some bus driver. Titular then in that case, if you say it like that. But the first character we get introduced to is just a random bus driver in the countryside.
Think about it. He has like the most diverse existence. He has a crush. You know, he's like one of the only characters. He has a crush on a lady. He's, you know, a volunteer firefighter. He's a bus driver. You know, he's got a lot going on.
And he's also got Dillis. kind of, trying to.
That's what I meant. Is there another lady?
Bella.
Oh yeah, I forgot that he was kind of trying for both of them. Or no, wait, yeah, no, the other
No, it was
one.
mainly Bella.
Yeah, Bella was the one that he actually liked. You think that ever?
He didn't really like Gillis because of how cheeky she was. Like sometimes, like saying, "I want you to pick up these things for me in Newtown. Okay, see you later."
She's demanding. She's needy.
And then Trevor's just like, "Nope, can't be bothered. I'm delivering pizza for Bella."
You think that ever had anything to do with their little rivalry?
Probably.
I think they'd fight over him. It's like,
And it's sad
giving
because
him
in
on
the
Wednesday.
CGI
The
series,
schedule
in the
says he's
CGI
mine
series, we
on
never saw Bella
Wednesdays.
until the final few seasons, like before now.
Sorry, what?
I said we never saw Bella in the CGI series until only about 2 years ago.
I thought she died.
No, she turned out she went to Newtown to run a pizza shop there. And so that's why Trevor was seen with Dillis more often, because Bella had left.
Sounds like lazy writing and BS to me.
And now they could finally be bothered to make a CGI model. Bella's back, but Trevor doesn't care, which is sad because it's like all that development for nothing.
The spark of love is now gone.
Here's us talking about character development in a show that just doesn't really do that anymore. Well, then again, neither does Thomas and Friends, but we still talk about that.
God save our gracious Queen. Long live our
Wait, when did Barclays and Lloyds come into use? I need to search that up because this is set in the 70s.
Queen is our gracious God. Queen is our noble God. Queen is God.
Oh, Edward.
Yeah.
I was just checking to make sure that Barclays and Lloyds banks, like both of these because they're banks, I was checking to make sure they weren't from after the 1970s. Barclays opened on the 20th of July, 1896, and Lloyds opened on the 3rd of June, 1765.
I don't know, man. Seems kind of modern to me.
So I think the most modern thing on this street right now is the Burger King.
You know what's sad when the only improvement made to a street in like 300 years is a goddamn Burger King installation?
Wait, I need to check.
Let's
Burger
hope-
King was a 60s thing, wasn't it?
I don't know when King Burger was.
Burger King came out in Florida in 1954.
When did it go international?
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea, actually. When was Burger King introduced to the UK? Not Australia, Google, UK.
Also, quick question.
Okay, it fits. 1974. 1974 is when it came to the UK. So a whole 20 or so years after.
Not question, but statement. Of course it was fucking Florida.
But yes, there we go. We can have a Burger King on the street and it will be the most modern thing on the street.
Also, for all you British boys who don't understand why I keep hating on this place called California, whatever. Look,
what if it was California?
California. But for all you British people, For all you British people who do not understand my hatred and contempt for a certain area and its people called California, basically the best way I can describe it is, well, as a Texan and them being Californian, it's, think of it like the rivalry between Britain and France. You know how you Brits are like, oh yeah, of course it's the French, ew, you know, because it's an age-old rivalry. It's been going on for so many decades that you just hate each other, yeah, or well, at least that's most of the consensus. You know, it's like that. California is the French, basically.
Okay, KFC was introduced to the UK in 1965, meaning I could put a KFC here as well.
Really, KFC was in 1965.
That was when it was introduced to the UK.
Went to Britain.
Just said that,
Interesting.
1965.
I thought it was.
Starbucks came to the UK in 1998, so that can't go here. See, I'm doing lots of research to make sure this map is accurate.
I hate Starbucks.
No, I'm just looking for a list of shops that I can put down. Victorian semi. Oh wait, those are those things. With garden, but the big garden ones are horrible. Anyway, these are the most well. I'd say all the buildings are the same age roughly, except they've just got a newer shop, you know, that's been fitted in, like newer shops that have been built in over time. Like this Sharps models, we can say that they sell like classic Hornby stuff because of the Hornby logo down there.
Sharp models.
Imagine if they had like models
that are sharp. Wait. Sharp models. They're models that are sharp. Disclaimer: do not let sharp models anywhere near children.
They may be too sharp.
But yeah, that is the that is actually the best way I can describe why I hate California so much. It is the rivalry between Britain and France, basically.
You know, I was going to put some DLS cluster down here, but then I realized this is a Thomas and Friends map, and I can do that. So I'm going to put Thomas clutter down back here instead.
Yes, that would be a good idea.
Because I keep thinking I'm in Norland after spending, you know, that long in Norland.
Yeah, you can actually use Thomas and Friends assets now. I was about to say something that would get me really
more line side clutter. There's more line side clutter assets than on the DLS. When you download.
I was about to say something that would get me very canceled on Twitter.
Okay.
So I've decided not to speak.
I like how you always announce.
Because I prefer to keep my head. Why do I always announce it? Just because I'm the type of person who says what I say what I'm thinking aloud a lot.
We know that.
And I just think it's kind of interesting to know, just like, yeah, I was going to say this, but then, you know, like, because sometimes I feel bad when I don't say something because I feel like I've deprived whoever is listening to me the chance to hear me say something that, you know, maybe in what?
I said stroke.
I just feel like I've deprived people of something that they could have heard me say that they may have found interesting. So I always announce it just to make people aware, just like, yeah, I was going to say this, but, you know.
I'm not going to.
Yeah, just to justify, you know, the fact that, you know, I was going to say this and then give a reason why I wasn't going to. Granted, you would have never known that I was going to say it if I didn't mention it. I don't know. It's just something that I do naturally.
You think it's courtesy?
Exactly. It just feels like the right. I have no idea why.
There we go. I've added a bit of clutter to the back of this. You know, they've got to have some clutter around the place.
Clutter. Clutter is a very strange word. And then I love how everyone, like, you know, in like the world of detail and stuff is like, oh man, this clutter is fantastic. Look at this. And in real life, clutter is like, God dang it, who made a mess? It's like it's something that's very annoying in real life. It's like, oh my God, look at all this clutter you've left everywhere.
You know what I'm really excited to doing on this map?
What?
Building the scrapyard so I can put this in it.
Claw.
And no, it's not a claw. It's the remains of a saddle tank. And I'm going to put a number 16 by the side of it.
You could totally use that as a claw.
Oh, yeah, actually.
Like attach it to the end of a crane arm.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I was just like I saw it and I thought it was like a grabber.
No, but I'm gonna put a number 16 by it because, you know, as a bit of a reference.
And I know it's not a grabber, but or like, you know, like the word is not a grabber, but it just takes me back to Stepney Gets Lost.
I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to put a crane down. Come here, Kevin.
Kevin's transformation from friendly but annoying crane to death trooper.
Diesel 10 associate.
Yeah, to Diesel 10's apprentice.
Yeah, I see what you mean there.
Yeah, it looks like a claw.
I'll take a screenshot of that for later.
It's a surprise tool that will assist us later. See what I meant about spicing up words? Like, normally the actual saying is it's a surprise tool that will help us later. But I decided to spice up that sentence by saying a surprise tool that will assist us later. I made
Actually, I like this design so much, I'm going to keep it back here for now. Have it be shifting stuff around.
Oh, thank you. It's a good design.
I mean, you'll never see it because the edge of the board's right.
It was a very spontaneous idea.
There you go. You got your own little remembrance.
Oh man, I'm on a fly today. I could have said, you know, that was just an idea that I came up quickly, but you know, I said that was a spontaneous idea. Look at me go. Look at me change my position rapidly. Ooh, and there's another one.
All right, so I know people don't like it when the track is this close to the edge of the baseboard, but to save on, you know, the rendering or whatever it is, you know, the frames per second, I'm going to have to do that because this map's going to be massive.
You know how it is, budget cuts.
But it's like a film set. You see, if we're filming from this angle, we don't need to build what's behind us. It's just that.
I just felt like bursting into song.
You can't see the edge of the board from here either.
I just felt like bursting into song. God save our gracious Queen. Long live our noble Queen. God save the Queen. Send her victorious, happy and glorious, long to reign over us. Queen. God save the Queen. Oh yeah, I saw this one dude. There was this YouTube video on him who, for the Queen's Diamond Jubilee, he wrote an extra verse to the song.
You've told me about this 7 times.
It was twice, and the lads on the stream chat don't know. It was really cool. It goes, and now we celebrate 6 beautiful decades. God save the Queen. Symbol of unity, service and dignity. Our grateful thanks we offer thee, Queen. God save the Queen. It was very good. I like it. But then this begs the question, do we replace that verse with another verse when the Platinum Jubilee comes around? Or do we just add another verse?
Just add it on. I like that idea.
Huh?
I said just add it on. I like that idea.
Yeah, so that way each Jubilee, the Queen's, the number of verses to God Save the Queen increases, just like the number of years she's been on the throne. That's a good idea. You're right. But yeah, that means right now the total number of verses in God Save the Queen are, when the maximum verses exist, are, what's it, 7? Wait, so the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the special Canada verse. Yeah, 7 verses. I'm a connoisseur of this song. I know all 7 verses by heart, but I just can't sing them all consecutively because I haven't decided what order they should go in. Because each verse exists. The first 5 verses have their own order that makes perfect sense. But then the last 2, the special Canada verse and then the Diamond Jubilee one, the Canada verse has just kind of been added in wherever throughout history when it's been performed. And technically it's not even really... What? And the Diamond Jubilee version is fan-made, if you will. But I like it so much. I like it. It's cool. So I'm going to sing it because I think it's cool. And now we celebrate 6 beautiful decades. God save the Queen. Symbol of unity, service, and our grateful thanks we offer thee. God save the Queen. People in California and Florida are weird. I really don't like those states. I am with you on that first state, friend. If there are any Californians watching, I want you to unsubscribe and go away.
Oi.
Drop a dislike on your way out if you really want to.
Edward?
Yeah. What do you think I'm gonna do? I'm sorry, but I can't just be nice to the enemy. Also, when the Second American Civil War breaks out and Texas declares independence, we're coming for you. Anyways, back onto our regularly scheduled programming.
It's only taken an hour and a half.
I mean, to be fair, there's never really, aside from watching you build routes and us talking about random stuff, there's not really a schedule to these.
Well, yeah, fair enough.
If anything, going off schedule is part of the schedule, which technically means it's not going off schedule.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I think I've decided what verse what God Save the Queen verses should go in order. So the first two verses are fine. Then the Canadian verse. Then the fourth verse. Then the fifth verse. And then the Diamond Jubilee one comes last. But at the same time, I don't know. Because the fifth verse is a very good ending one. Like, it's very obviously supposed to be the end, you know? And I don't know. And the Canadian verse, and I believe it's verse 3, both have from shore to shore in them. So I don't know if they should be right next to each other.
Okay. This is all we've done this stream. This empty construction yard in the street in 1 hour and 52 minutes. I'm quite disappointed.
Man, we have an excuse to not get much done today because you had a very, very stressful and complex last 24 hours, and I've had a long day.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
At least we have an excuse for our laziness. My God, I can just not pick this up off the ground. So normally after I sing for a long period of time, my voice needs a second to recharge, and I can't tell if it's recharged. And I really don't want to look like a fool and have a voice crack mid-song because that would suck. And I just can't really tell if I'm recharged at the moment right now. I've taken in a deep breath to start singing 4 times now, and I just cannot get my mouth I am perfectly physically able to. Just mentally, I cannot get to my brain to push the words out of my goddamn mouth. My God, my mouth's so big already. For God's sake, I could just swallow out anything. So might as well start singing, man. But nope.
There we go. What do you think? What do you think of the idea of putting in a little mini nature walk thing? Just a short.
Oh, on those street corners in big cities like New York?
Yeah, how you get a little walk through.
Yeah. That'd be cool. I think there's a few of those in New York.
Bring a bit of grass to the main town area.
Yeah, there's a couple of those in New York, but I don't think there's very many of them.
Or should we go with a longer nature walk that kind of wraps around the place?
I mean, you could add a park at some point in the middle of the city.
I might do that. I might do that at the Vicky.
Or you should definitely have one at Suttery.
Oh yeah, because it's the capital. I'll definitely be doing one there.
Yeah, Suttery, you gotta go all
Remember,
out.
I made that whole marina in SSOC for it. So
yeah, Suttery, you gotta go all out, with all the fancy architecture and all that.
Put a massive statue to commemorate the founder and all that.
Yeah. All right, I'm finally gonna do it now. Oh, come on. Now that I've announced that I'm going to do it, it's going to be so difficult to start doing it. But now I've already said that I'm going to do it, so I kind of have to now. But now there's so much pressure. Oh, no.
Under pressure.
All right, chat. If I voice crack, you can't be mad at me. Or you can't blame me. Or say that my voice hurts your ears. I mean, unless my voice always hurts your ears. Which, you know what? Fair enough. My voice is very annoying, and if I had to listen to myself speak for more than 15 minutes, I would want to commit suicide as well.
Edward, remember when we said we were going to do like an a cappella cover of something?
Yeah, I forgot what it was though.
No.
Well, we can check the other streams later. Didn't we attempt it?
Yeah, we did, and then said we'll save that for a video.
Oh, it was the CGI Diesel theme.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, I was the bass.
Yeah, we need to make that into more of a professional video one day.
And we need to get good.
We need to practice.
Yeah. We need Cameron.
Or yeah, we need Cameron. We need Cameron, and then 2, we need to practice, and 3, yes, we probably should get Dax to do like some Diesel impression or something.
No, I meant to help us. I think an acapella.
Oh no, but Dax doing like a Diesel impression, you know.
Yeah, for the intro and stuff. That would be good.
We Diesels are. Wait, I need to do my You're worthy, fat. So top of hat to you.
We Diesels are revolution.
The Topham hat thinks I need to learn. He is mistaken. We Diesels don't need to learn. We know.
You're worthy.
And meanwhile, there's just Gordon going, a good trade. A good trade. A good trade. Or goodbye, little Edward. Don't forget to see me this afternoon. Goodbye.
Edward.
You know, I feel like, you know, I wouldn't mind doing like early Railway series narrations. I know you hate that specific narrator, but I wouldn't mind, you know, narrating in that style because
he repeats himself so often.
I know, that's why I said I like the Sir John Gielgud's thing where he says, what does he say with Edward instead of saying? Oh wait, no, yeah, he says, look at me now, and that's what the Reverend Audrey does as well. But then you got that other guy who goes, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me.
That was so stupid. He sounds like, forgive me, this is like a PG thing, but he sounds to me like a stripper walking out onto like the performance area. Look at me, look at me, like Daisy. Sorry, family-friendly chat. Well, actually, you know what? Nah, fuck that. I've said swear words like 4 times, and I can't even say family-friendly. I spent half an hour of this stream talking about firearms.
Oh, a bowling club. Damn, yes, welcome to the Tidmouth bowling club.
I tried again to muster to sing, but I'm having trouble. Am I getting stage fright in front of people? I don't know.
Edward.
Yeah.
This is where the Fat Controller's father spends most of his time at, the Tidmouth Bowling Club.
I honestly thought you were going to say this is where he was buried because all I saw was grass.
Wait, what? What did he say?
Nothing.
All right.
Nothing.
Well, anyway, this is the bowling club, and it's too big to fit on the remaining baseboard. So goodbye, I guess. That can go in soldering. I'll save that for later.
I'm very self-conscious about my singing voice. Also, Luke Productions, I'm very sorry for you. That sucks.
I can't see the thing. Where is it? In Canada schools, they used to play God Save the Queen, but in the 2000s, they switched it to Oh Canada.
Stupid
I know.
Dominions trying to gain more.
Let's see. When did the rubbish Australian anthem?
Stupid Dominions trying to gain more autonomy. Learn your place. Learn your place.
It became the anthem in 1984. So, yeah. Like the song came out in 1878, but it became the anthem in 1984.
How is that even possible? The Commonwealth of Australia didn't even exist then.
This person knows my point. It says people also ask what is offensive about the Advanced Australia Fair, and it's an anthem that is racist at so many levels, written for a white Australia that is irrelevant or should be. Apologies to the writer, but it's also poorly crafted lyrically. It's largely meaningless
Okay, that first half
sentimentality and is a substandard melody. There, told you, it's rubbish.
Okay, fair enough, but the first half of that sounds like an annoyed SJW liberal bastard who's getting involved in business that's not their own, to me. But yeah, the about it being just musically bad, yeah, I agree. I will admit the simple tune is a bit I have to say the simple tune is catchy.
Yeah, I don't mind the music. The music's nice. It's very orchestral.
I know. I love.
The lyrics are just stupid.
That one version that I showed you on YouTube, the orchestral. Oh my god, it's truly beautiful.
As long as you don't think of the lyrics and how bad they are, it is genuinely a nice melody to listen to.
I don't know the lyrics.
Good, don't learn them. They're rubbish. I spent so many years learning them because I was forced to at school, and then they changed them.
Although I actually did create my own lyrics. I created like half a verse, just cause.
Australia sucks and is stupid. All of the people here deserve to die. Well, possibly just a few get to be saved.
You should have said get to the cemetery.
Half the people here are bad and love their alcohol. They love to go to the beach and play in the sea. I don't know where I was going with that. I'm just making it up as I go along. Our parliament is rubbish. Trust me, I've been there. I've had a look at the walls, and they're full of pictures of people who deserted the UK.
Wait, what it needs to be is our parliament is rubbish and should be absolute monarchy.
No, but seriously, like the walls in Parliament are full of pictures of people who look angry.
The patriotism of talking about the Queen and Canada and the Dominions have given me the courage to sing. I love the Dominion.
Okay, Edward. After the stream, I'm going to compose my own lyrics. I'm going to write my own lyrics for the song in mind.
To shore. Let our empire be united, loyal, free, true to us. myself and thee forevermore. But yeah, I made my own custom lyrics to the Australian anthem, and I made that very loyal to Britain. That one bit that goes like do do do.
Which means it
do.
isn't true in the slightest because they're all planning complete revolution right now.
Oh well, in that case, grab a nuke, send in the British Marines, and slaughter every single citizen. Find every single one of them, kill them, grind them into the ground. Every single aspiration they've ever had, their hopes, their dreams, their thoughts, their feelings, will be removed and replaced with the British Empire. Forced complacence. Hailing the Queen at 24 hours a day. Complete 100% obedience to their masters. The United Kingdom, the British people. Complacent and, what's the word? Complacent and complete obedience. When Britain says march, they march. Jump, they jump. Fight, they fight. Die, they die. Sorry, my absolute monarchist thoughts kind of exploded right there. I got genuinely angry. I just hate the idea of the Dominions having complete autonomy.
Edward,
It's
your
disgusting.
microphone's starting to break up.
Oh, whoops. Maybe the demonic demons had infected it for a moment. Is it better now? Or is it still horrid?
No. It sounds like a 1930s radio.
Okay, it's still really bad.
It sounds worse than the 1930s radio.
I know, it's happening to you as well. But I think it's my problem. There's definitely something wrong. Yeah, it sounds terrible. There's something wrong. Okay, I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm going to leave the studio broadcast thing and then return, all right?
Okay. Excuse me, everyone. We're just having some technical difficulties, as you probably heard. So we'll try and figure them out and then continue. I need a white fence, like a nice white fence. Actually, I don't mind that. No. Right, there we go. That looks quite nice. Oh, Edward left again. Just put these along here. Edward, I'm on my way. Don't worry. I'm going to add you once I finish putting these fences in place. Otherwise, that'll be a huge pain if I jump off the thing right now.
I've returned. Is my microphone still cancerous?
No, sounds a lot better for now.
Good. I actually, even though I fixed the issue before I came back, I had to take a moment because any single time anybody mentions the colonies and the dominions, gaining full independence, I genuinely get physically angry. Like, I was serious about what I said too. Like, the audience would think I was joking. I was not joking.
I'm just trying to get a bench down here.
I was in full blind rage mode. Good lord.
There we go. I'm going to put a bin down. That's quite massive for a bin, but might leave that. Bench, that's too big. There you go. What about a bench with no back to it to sit on?
Sounds like it would have a nice amount of support for my back, eh?
Well, the only other one is the station bench, and I don't really want to use that.
Hey man, I've sat on so many benches without backs and have fallen off an even greater number of them. Don't ask how. But, like, I'm just saying, it would really, like, if I was walking through your park and I was like, man, my legs are really tired, and then I saw a bench and it didn't have a back on it, I may be like, man, you know what? I'll just sit on the ground.
Well, that's what the park's for. You can sit on the ground as well.
That is not what. Why would you ever want to sit in the park? Like on the grass, you'd get your stuff all dirty. You know something?
Fine, I will put a station bench there.
You want to know something that humans don't do enough anymore? Picnics.
No, we still go for picnics.
Oh, okay. Maybe it's just my family that hates each other.
There you go. Does that look a lot nicer?
Much better. My back and the ants I would have sat on if I sat in the grass are thanking you right now.
Hang on, I'll get you a pass so that you don't have to go on the grass to get to the bench.
Yeah, grass is overrated, man. And it's really hard to get my walker through grass. It is literally unbearable. It's like the worst thing ever.
There you go. It's got a bit of concrete pavement underneath it. How's
that? Superior. Also, in each parking lot, where I hope you've been adding handicap parking. I hope, right?
Yeah.
Good. That is like the worst place that you ever get. That's the worst thing like ever. Whenever I go to like a parking lot when they don't have handicap parking, it's like, oh my god, have you no decency, government? Seriously, hey, how long is it going to take for it to become constitutional legislation that handicapped parking spots are necessary for every single parking spot that is larger than for every single parking area that is larger than 0 parking spots? Like, seriously, when's it gonna happen? I'm tired of this rubbish. Like, it is so annoying when you get to an area without friggin' handicap stuff, because we have to park in the nearest open parking spot, and then I have to trudge all the way to the building. It's like, and then when you get there, this is stuff nobody really thinks about. Like, if we're at one of those stores, maybe they're just an American thing, but there are these areas where you get parking lots, and then there's a really, really big building, and the building is divided, and it's a bunch of stores. Not like a mall, but like they're all facing towards the parking lot. Like a row of shops,
Yeah.
And it's so annoying because sometimes we have to go to several of these, or just when we need to go to one. The parking spots for these things are humongous because there's such a large array of different shops. And the worst one of these, I've been to one which was just the worst thing on earth, where it was. So we had to go to the shop that was in the center of all the other shops. Like, it was in the middle of the long, long row. And there were no handicapped parking spots, and literally all of them were full except for the ones that were not, except for the ones that were the farthest away from the building. So that was already annoying because I have to walk all the way over there, dragging my walker behind me. So that's already annoying as frick. Then we get there. We get to the middle center area. But so after all that walking, we get there, and then we look, and then there's the curb. And the only 2 ramps were on the opposite sides of the thing. So we got there. I could see the shop. It was like 6 meters away. I could see it. Actually, no, it was probably about 3-4 meters away. I could see the shop. But then I had to go all the way around. And I was like, whoever designed this building, I hope you burn in hell.
There we go, Edward. What do you think of the park now?
It really came to get that. Wow, that came together really fast.
It's only a small bit of land. It's not that hard.
I mean, yeah, but it went from just a flat plain, and now it looks like somebody just sprouted a jungle.
There you go. You can have nice walks down the path now.
Walking is fun. I would know. Guys, did you know that I'm an Olympian gold medal placing runner? I've run marathons.
We haven't had a message in the chat for about 23 minutes.
Yeah, I think everyone left.
Oh no, we've got 4 watching now. With 8 likes and 1 dislike still. Oh wait, no, yeah, it's just me. It says participants, Tudo Trains official.
Wait, so nobody's watching?
Oh wait, no. Luke's here.
Hey, you the real one, broy. Broy.
Oh wait, no, it says 4 people watching. I'm watching on my alternate account as well as the account that this is being broadcasted on. So that means it's just Luke, me, and then somebody else.
Probably Skyrider. Thank you, Luke. You're the real one. You've stayed to the very end, actually. Well, I don't know how long this is going to go on for, but I wouldn't imagine it's going to go on for very much longer.
No, because we have SOC stuff to get to that we didn't finish last week.
Yeah. But soon we're going to have an entire, bajillion years, because I'm going to have 3 months away from school here in about 8, 9 days.
That's the annoying thing, is that your holidays are just ending as mine are starting.
Yeah, that's really annoying. If only you lived in a civilized nation. Okay, actually, you know what? No, that was bullshit. That's funny coming from me. Australia's gotta be better than America, at least.
No.
At least you live in the British Empire.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
Granted, a lot of the people there are jerkwads, and they don't really want to be a part of the British Empire, but like it or not, it's part of the British Empire and will be for one hell of a long time. If you count.
Until Parliament votes against it in not long from now.
They can't hold their own referendum.
They can, apparently.
Bullshit, they would have done it decades ago.
Well, no, but the new Prime Minister apparently has, new rules in place that he can do that sort of.
She literally cannot do that. I guarantee if that will have to be a rebellion and the British military will come in.
So nobody likes the Prime Minister. He's a bit of an idiot.
Welcome to politics. This is why I don't believe in democracy.
When I say a bit of an idiot, when the whole country was on fire 2 years ago, when the whole country was on fire 2 years ago, he went off to Hawaii for a holiday.
You told me about that. What a dick. That's like
Yeah.
Prince Harry. That's like Prince Harry levels of asshole.
And then when he was told that the country was on fire, he just kept chilling there on the beach, sipping drinks.
Yeah, that is Prince Harry levels of dickholery.
So yeah, there you go. I can't imagine Australia will last much longer if he decides to take us out of the UK control.
It won't.
It won't last very much longer because he'll be in complete control.
Hold up, wait, he's turning it into an absolute dictatorship?
He's going to be in, head of the whole thing, the head of the whole country.
Wait. So, if he's going to be the one who drafts a new constitution, does that mean he's going to turn it into an absolute dictatorship?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
The British wouldn't let that happen. They've been involved with the writing of the constitution of every other nation that has ever been independent. That has ever been independent.
Oh, Australia's stupid. They built many brand new military ships, the highest of the most powerful military ships in the world. And then after they finished building them, they fired everyone and then sold them off to China.
God damn it. I knew all the East Asian countries were working for fucking China.
So essentially, they did it so that there were jobs, so that was positive, so it was a positive impact. And the moment they finished building them, they sold them off to China.
And then fire everybody, thereby undoing the progress.
Exactly.
I was about to make fun of that, and then
that was in 2017. That was years ago now.
I was about to make fun of you for having a country leader that doesn't act in the nation's interest, and then I remembered who was just elected president. Good Lord. I don't want to start too many horrible arguments right now because I know probably a lot of people here are American, but oh boy, do I have a doozy of things to tell you after the stream. A bunch of stuff had just happened recently.
Oh dear.
The nation's going into civil war. It's inevitable.
Eventually one day we'll be here to to teach the world about the Second Civil War of America.
Oh yeah. I will probably be one of the few survivors because apparently I'm the only one who's concerned about this. My parents just don't care. Like like I'll ask them and I'll be like, "Mom, Dad, do you believe that a second American Civil War is coming?" And then my mom says, "Yes, certainly." And then I ask, "When do you think it'll come?" And then she says, "Probably within the next 5 or 6 years." And I was like, "Are you scared?" And then she was like, "Not really." And then I was like, "Do you think you're going to die?" And she said, "Probably." And I'm like, okay, well, I don't know. I don't care if you don't care about your own life. As far as I'm concerned, you can go to hell already. But come on, dude, don't bring me down with you. Like we can still escape.
Oh well. You can always escape on your own. No one's going to stop you.
I mean, like I said, the question isn't, can I escape? The question isn't, can I escape? The question is, can I escape before the war breaks out? Because the very, very least that I could escape the United States is in 5 years. And that's if I drop out of, like, education.
Which you don't want to do.
Yeah, I don't really want to drop out. But that is like, but hey, if that's what it takes to live a better life in a better country, then I will freaking do it. But more importantly, not just to live a better life in a better country. And as far as I'm concerned, you pick your loyalty, and that's where it stays. Like, I've chosen Britain. Like, even if Britain was on fire and plunged into a horrible war and was being ravaged, I would still go to Britain. I've sworn fealty, and I've made my bed, and you gotta lay in the bed you make.
Yeah.
But more importantly, I'm not leaving the United States. Like, I don't like people who abandon their homeland, like all those people who are like refugees from bad countries, because they're like, "Oh, our leaders are dictators who have done horrible things to our people," and it's like, well, what are you gonna do? Just run away and cower in another nation? That's not going to stop the problems of your homeland. You're just running away.
It depends on the situation, really.
Well, in most cases, like, even if it's 100% death, even if it's 100%, guaranteed to fail, if you really care about a better future for your homeland, then you will stand, you will fight, you will bleed, and you will die for it. Now, that does sound counterintuitive to what I said, but you must understand what I said was, if you truly care about your homeland. I am perfectly ready. I am excited to watch
Johnny's here as well.
I am perfectly ready, happy, and excited to watch this country burn to the ground. I just prefer to get a safe distance. Yeah.
Look at the pinned thing on the screen.
It says, "Hey, you the man, you the man, you the man."
And then Johnny's still here, and BZ Railways. And then Luke says, "Oh, new SSOC episode, yay!"
Yeah. Fuck that guy. He's an asshole. Prince Harry. I hope that man dies. What's worse than people who rise up against their empire and against their king is a king who abandons his people. And technically, he's not a king, but regardless, he is a royal. He has a duty to his people, and he says that his mental health is whatever, but I don't care. If you are born a royal, I don't care about your health. I don't care about who you are. Your mental health is overridden by a duty to your people. Those people, the British people, are willing to stand, willing to fight, and willing to die at your command. And you, because they know that you would do the exact same for them, and you dare to abandon them because you feel sad. Disgusting. Truly, truly disgusting. Prince Harry is a sad, pathetic man. My blood pressure is getting high. Brrr. There is never an excuse to leave your people.
What?
Riley said this has been thoughts on the royal family with Edward. Well, I have a lot to say about them. I'd give my life for them. I'd die for them. I'd do anything at their command. But not him. Seriously, if I saw that man in person, the only thing stopping me from jabbing a metal pole through his chest is the fact that the Queen likes him. I would like nothing more than to see that bastard get what he deserves. But then the Queen would feel sad if one of her descendants died, so yada yada yada. But when the Queen dies, Harry is not safe from me.
Edward, have a look at this over here. You asked about this. I'm executing it now that I've finished the part.
Oh, wheelchair ramps! Wheelchair ramps! Oh, wait, no wheelchair ramps. Oh, wait, wheelchair ramps? Are we getting ramps? Handicap
You
parking?
see, this is the station entrance right here.
Right. Yes! Oh, all of my
I
disabled
like
brothers.
how it just makes it look like the person's just rolling around now.
Deja vu! I just been in this place before. Yeah, this whole first row. Oh, yeah, my handicapped brothers.
Look at this, it's rolling over.
Rolling around at the speed of sound. Ah, yes. My disabled brothers, we rise. One day we will take over the world and slaughter every non-disabled person on the planet. I mean, what? Hey, man, I will rise. Okay, maybe we won't slaughter everyone, but we will certainly slaughter everybody who dares oppose to installing wheelchair ramps on every goddamn building on Earth. And handicap parking in every parking lot. My brothers, stand with me.
To be fair on me, I do like the ramps as well. They're fun to walk up rather than stairs. Because then you slowly get to, like, you know those ones that kind of like go up and then go back down again while the main road pavement stays flat.
Yeah.
I like doing that just to make it look like I'm taller than everybody else for about 5 seconds before it comes back down again.
Fair enough. Oh, and elevators in every building with more than one story. Mandatory by law. And if the contractors don't build one, they get executed by firing squad.
I was just about to say that's the law in Norland, and then I heard you say they get executed, and I was like, never mind, I'm not going to say that.
Then they get executed by firing squad. But yes, all buildings will, at least the first row in every parking lot, like the first little group, must be.
You mean this over here?
Yeah, like you see the like it would go to the end of the little, like you see the double one.
Yeah, that's what
Like,
I mean. I'm gonna put it on here as
oh,
well.
that's not what. Well, that's not. I mean, that's actually more than what I meant. But yeah, that would
No,
work.
because the thing is, over here is that when you're driving in, it's the longest way to get to. Like you have to drive through past all of these cars and all the way around. But the result at the end is that you've got a safe
That
get
would
down and get in the station. Hang on, I'm doing a live stream. Well, let me just hang on a second.
But yeah, that should be the law, though.
Sorry, that was none. Okay, here you go. This is a good marker to do it. You see where we've got these two lines here? That can be the end of this section.
Yeah, that's what I meant before.
Oh, I thought you meant the double parking thing over here. No, the double line.
No, I meant the double lines.
I was going to do that. I was going to do that anyway.
Yes, that's oh, yes. So that is the great law of law legislation. Any building with more than 2 stories must have an elevator. Let's see. The curbs.
Except the lift. The lift didn't exist when Tidmouth Station was built, but the upstairs is reserved for staff members and the Fat Controller's office anyway. So
fair enough.
You know.
Hold up, you saying there can't be disabled there can't be disabled employees? No, I'm messing with you. I'm just messing with you.
Well, no, but there's also downstairs accommodations. Remember, this station's massive.
That is true. It is pretty large.
It's literally just the Fat Controller's office up here, and then the rest of the upstairs thing, which is just this room here, that's just for like signaling and point things, like extra help maintenance stuff. Like if that signal box fails.
Like yeah, like an emergency box.
Yeah, it's like imagine if there was like a screen in there. Like imagine there being a screen in there where you can see like where every engine on the island is at that point in time.
You'd think that'd be in the Fat Controller's office, though.
Well, no, because he's got that map with some toy model engines.
Oh yeah, the stuff he stole from his grandkids.
I know, it's so weird that the Fat Controller's just got some metal American models in his office that he just pushes around.
Metal? I thought they were wood.
Imagine if they actually took the time to animate like Take and Play or Wooden Railway.
Yeah, dude, if they had like a different assortment of Take and Play, Wooden Railway, and Trackmaster merch, just like scattered from different brands, that would be hilarious.
I know, it would just be that nice touch rather than those off-brand American-looking things.
Yeah, those are so weird.
So where would the Fat Controller have them?
I think he stole them from his grandkids.
Well, not only that, but he's using them as like a monitoring thing and saying, right, Edward's over here at Vickerstown, puts the number 2 American thing over at Vickerstown.
But how would he know exactly?
I know, that's why I'm saying there should be a monitoring system in like the next room over or something.
The thing is, if Edwards should be arriving, technically speaking, like all he would know to go off of is if Edward's supposed to be at Marin at 2:30 or whatever, he would just have to move Edward slowly along the map.
Slowly along the map.
But you never know. Edward could have derailed.
No, but that's the thing. Obviously, there's more engines. There's more engines running around the island than just Edward at that point in time. So the Fat Controller would need like 20 hands to be able to move everything.
No, remember his slaves that follow behind him?
Oh yeah, what's his name? The guy who had the kid and the other one.
Oh wait, it's one of the bodyguards, the slaves. Really, it was his kid.
I think so.
Huh.
I can't remember. He might just be like a foreman or a guard or something. I can't remember.
Oh no. But yeah, the slaves that follow him around, they could probably help him. That's at least six more pairs of or not pairs, but that's at least
6 more pairs.
that's at
You
least two
mean
more pairs. 6 hands in total. 6 more hands in total.
6 pairs of hands across 3 people?
That would be a very interesting world.
Okay, you happy with this, Edward, so far?
It's a dream. I have actually never seen so many handicap parking spots, and it's really nice.
Well, that's because there's like 500 parking spaces at this station, so there's plenty of room to go around.
I'm convinced. I'm not gonna lie. As a disabled person, I think it would be a smart idea to make disabled people the new normal, and all you other people are just disabled people. Ugh. You guys, like, you know what? Screw this. The wheelchair ramp isn't going to be the special accommodations. Your ugly stairs are going to be the special accommodation.
I don't like stairs either, so you know.
Yeah, stairs are lame. Like, I've had to climb a couple of them just crawling up them, and they suck. And they're way less fun than a ramp. A ramp is just such a nice, smooth transition.
Yeah, stairs you have the potential of tripping over and falling down, like I
Also,
did.
if I'm walking and I'm going down a ramp, it's really fun to just lift my legs up and roll.
I do that I do that with shopping trolleys.
Yeah, it's like that, actually. Exactly like that.
Okay, there we go. There's the parking. We have a glorious amount of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 spaces here. Which is more than you get at my school, actually, thinking about that. Also, I would put them over here, but across the bus road, so, you know. Alright, let's put in a ramp for you.
So I was thinking the other day, what's the most British thing a person can say that isn't stereotypical? You know what I mean? Like, hello, 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 or spots of tea, you know? Like, what's the most British thing somebody can say? Or hello, 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 you know what I mean?
Well, it depends.
And I think I've decided. It's, what's all this then? That's just very British.
Okay, Edward, there's no ramps in trains, so just pretend that these stairs are, like, you know, have got ramps with them on either side, and then the stairs are up the middle.
Fun fact, when my father first heard me speaking to Zane for the first time, he said, he talks funny. He's from Canada. And then when he first heard you, for some reason he thought you were from Boston. And he does not, and he also thought you were a woman. And then I told him that you live in Australia, but you really hate it, and that, you know, if I ever say, you know, that he is Australian, that you'll kill me, or that if I ever say that you're Australian, that you'll probably end up murdering me, and that I always have to say he's my friend who lives in Australia, but he's not an Australian. He's British and he hates it. And my father said, "Oh, so a what was it? I think it was a Brit-Australian or a Brit-Australian." He said, or something, or it was like a Bristalian. It was a Bristralius. a Bristolish person. It was like a combination of British and Australian. It was a Bristolish person.
Right.
Like, oh, so he's a Bristolish person. A Bristolish person. And it was really funny.
I need to put a bus stop over in the town.
I propose we split California into North and South California, and then we call it North California Lincoln and Southern California Jefferson. And don't ask me if I said that just because I want to get rid of California, because I won't be able to answer truthfully.
Okay, there we go. We've got a bus stop here.
I really hope there were no Californians watching the stream when I said that I wanted them all to just go away. If there were, I'm not sorry.
Did you live in Australia, but you're British? Did you move there? Yes, and I didn't have any say in the matter. Edward, I'm trying to reskin right now because lemon soda.
Good luck. Hold up. How else would he have got there? Did he just disappear, dematerialize, and then just show up? So you live in Australia, but you're British. Did you move there? Question mark. Well, there was no question mark, but that's a question. How else would he have gotten there? It's what? It's hard.
These taxes are so outdated by the 1970s. These are what would belong in 1920s Sodor.
What do you mean it's hard? I was about to make a very age-inappropriate joke. But what do you mean? Oh, you're talking about the reskinning. Oh, I thought you were talking about the moving thing, and I was like, what?
Well, it was quite difficult to get over, so, you know. Mail van.
So, this is probably just an American thing. But have you guys ever heard of this one thing called freaking what was? Yes. Have you guys ever heard of this one thing called frickin'? But have you guys ever heard of this one thing
Mr.
called
Zorro? Mr. Zorro.
What?
It's Mr. Zorro.
Ah, yes, nice and gray. But what was it called? Brain pop. That's what it was called. But so there's this thing called brain pop, and they forced us to listen to it in school, all throughout elementary school, and it was really annoying. It was about this it was a learning thing, kind of like the learning segments from Thomas and Friends, but a little bit more grown, like a little bit more. And I was going to say grown up, but a little bit more complex. Like it was targeted towards an older audience, slightly. And the characters was this girl who was like Asian, I think.
Where are you going with this, Edward?
I promise I am going places. Not fast, but I'm going. And there was this robot called Moby. And well, one, everybody always used to make dick jokes about him. Not like the body part, like the penis. Moby Dick. But anyways, to the point. There I never knew this, but there were ones about all different subjects. Most of the time they would show us ones about like science or math or sometimes even reading. But I just saw on YouTube one day because I was bored. And I was like, you know what? What's the dumbest thing that I could do? I was like, I wonder about that stuff, that old stuff that they used to show us in elementary school. And then so I Googled it, found out there were history runs. And there was one about Adolf Hitler. And it was so weird to see these happy little cartoon characters who I'm so used to being all friendly and happy about math and teaching us about math and like, reading and stuff, to suddenly talk about Adolf Hitler came to power in Germany in 1933 and sent 17 million Jews to their fiery demise.
Oh.
Or not it wasn't like that, but I was surprised about how like truthful it was, because normally they're just like, in school, Hitler was a bad guy. Don't be like they don't even say anything, or just Hitler was a bad man. Do not be like Hitler.
Unless you're Zane.
And that's it. They won't even tell us anything else. But this dude went. They went like. I'm glad that this. Like, I hope this is shown to children in schools, because it's important to know about this stuff. But I was taken off guard. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't expecting it. I was expecting like.
You weren't expecting something that dark straight off the bat.
Yeah, exactly. It was like, like, because they're only a minute long, so they had to get
the point across quickly.
Yeah, exactly. So they just jumped straight into it. They straight up said how he was the direct cause of the death of 17 million Jewish people, and was responsible for the wider death of a grand total of 75 million people. And I was like, good Lord, brain pop. I was not ready for this today. See, I told you I had a point.
All right, how's the chat looking?
It's looking. How are you doing today, chat? Are you breathing? Nice. Ben, what about you? Are you doing all right breathing?
Yeah.
Cool. I just realized something.
What?
I'm going to die.
What, sooner than expected, or?
No. I'm going to die. And so is everybody else watching this stream.
And that's a dark way to end it on. So, and on that dark bombshell, it's nearly 3 hours. So thank you very much for watching, everyone.
Oh, no, wait, stop. I can't end it on that. No.
Well, no, we're in nearly 3 hours. We've got 3 minutes left.
I know, but can I say something to bring it out of the depression? Good Lord, I don't want to leave everybody having an existential crisis.
On that dark bombshell, it's time to end. See you tomorrow.
Well,
Hurry up and
there's only one thing that I can say to bring to bring everybody out of the depression. Are you ready? We're all at 0 right now because of what I've said, and now I'm going to bring it up to complete happiness. God save the Queen. Long live the British Empire. All dominions are complacent and obedient. Prince Harry is having the worst time of his life, and California is burning, and everybody there is dead. Much better.
And that's somewhat somber bombshell. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Steam and Soda don't go. Steam and Soda says don't go. We'll be back. We'll be back tomorrow. Same time. Start tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow.
And Johnny, bye too. Goodbye. Steam and Soda says bye. So yes, oh wait, we've got 2 minutes left. Never mind. We've got 2 minutes. 2 minutes to say our goodbye. Anything you want to say?
Oh, that's nice of Steve on Soda, or don't go. See see, people actually enjoy our content, which is quite cool. But yeah, we'll be do not fear, do not fret. We will be back tomorrow, same time, same channel, literally. And we'll probably be a lot less tired tomorrow, meaning that some work will probably get done, and maybe I'll have some better
park and some town houses and shops.
Fair enough. You've certainly done well for being tired. And then maybe I'll actually have some comedic material instead of sounding like I'm dead inside and want to die. But,
well, on that bombshell. No,
see what I mean? I'm so tired. All I can say is depressing things.
Okay, well, thank you very much for watching, everyone.
We will be back tomorrow. So
yes, we will. So yes, we will see you all tomorrow.
If you
we're just repeating ourselves now. We'll see you tomorrow with hopefully a new intro for the countdown. So
yes.
make sure you get here on time. Actually, I better make sure I get here on time, but you know. All right.
If you enjoyed this stream, then well, there's always tomorrow. If you didn't enjoy this stream, well then
please don't dislike it. We've already got one down there.
Yeah, what are you doing still here, actually? And well, just don't come back tomorrow. And if you're Californian, please go away.
That is sad, but you know.
Hey, man. You don't understand. You don't get it.
All right, we've got 20 seconds to go. We've got to fill up the time. Never mind. 10, 9, 8, 7,
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good night, everyone.